Hello everyone, my name is Marcus Leach and this is the Summer of Taste recipe series. Now, most of our recipes up to this point have been inspired by our travels, and I have to be honest, this one is more inspired by a simple love of a certain cuisine. And for as long as I can remember, I've particularly enjoyed Asian cuisine, the different flavors, often the simplicity of it. And this dish that I'm going to share with you today, I think is simplicity personified. And I hope that means more people will attempt to make this dish. Now, it is a teriyaki salmon with charred broccoli with garlic and ginger and then rice. And it's that simple. So let's take a quick look at what we're cooking on, have a look at our ingredients, and then I'll show you how to make it. So it's the CADAC Carri Chef 2, as always. We've got the paella pan, and the reason I'm using this and not the plancha plate is because the fish is quite delicate. We don't want it to stick or anything, so the paella pan's really good with its non-stick surface. So that's what we're using. I'm going to show you the ingredients, and then I'm going to show you in a few simple steps how to make this really tasty dish. So first in, I've added the ginger and the garlic, and that's just cooking off in a little bit of olive oil. The garlic and the ginger have had about a minute now. I'm not going to give them any longer without adding the broccoli in because I don't want them to start to burn. The broccoli, I just parboiled a little bit just to take off a little bit of the tough edge, otherwise it can take quite a long time to cook on the dish here. As you can see, the broccoli started to char and get a little bit of crisp, which is going to be a really nice bit of extra texture and also flavour. Now, the last thing I've got to do with this is add a little bit of sesame oil. I'm going to do that once I've taken it off the heat because sesame oil's got a very low burning point. So if you add it in now, there's a chance it can actually start to burn and it won't be such a nice flavour. But add it in afterwards and it'll really add to this and bring it all together nicely. The rice is cooked, I've taken that off the heat. The broccoli's cooked, now it's time for the star of the show, which is our teriyaki salmon. Now, I've been marinating these teriyaki fillets overnight in a homemade teriyaki sauce. And yes, you can buy one from the supermarket, but it's really simple to make your own, and I find it so much tastier. All you need to do to make it is equal parts honey, sake, mirin, and soy sauce with a little bit of crushed garlic in there. I go for 75 ml of each. Mix them all together in a saucepan and just cook them over a very low heat until they start to bubble and simmer. And what will happen is it will start to thicken gradually. And when it's got sort of a nice little thick consistency, sort of drips off the spoon a bit, you know it's ready. Let it cool down, and then you've got your marinade for your fish. So, without further ado, let's get the salmon cooking. The salmon is cooking over a nice low heat. Got to pop the lid on and it should be ready in about 5 or 6 minutes time. Looking really good now, nice bit of colour on it. That teriyaki sauce is really cooked through. So we're going to serve up and go and eat.